Evan, thanks for joining us. Many people are talking about how they're removing the salesperson from the entire selling process. Now, what's your take on that?
It's a great question. I think one of the things that Sales 2.0 really identifies is that we're spending a lot of money in marketing, and marketing spend has really reached a very high level that we need to start optimizing spend, right? If we weren't spending a lot of money in pay-per-clicks, we wouldn't need to optimize the spend in pay-per-clicks. And I think it's really recognizing that we're spending a lot more money to drive leads. And I think we've seen a real shift away from salespeople driving leads and salespeople driving business to the marketing departments driving business, right? We're seeing web analytics. This way we could, put those leads through the funnel down to the sales rep themselves. And while we're empowering the sales rep, we're actually saying, well, you know what? The sales rep isn't as important as the data itself. I actually heard one of the co-founders of one of the companies downstairs talk about that, sales and marketing is becoming, or generating leads is becoming algorithmic. Whatever happened to sales guys, right? Salespeople sort of generating business and those relationships. And whatever happened to that relationship being what was powerful and not algorithmic. It shouldn't be, business relationships and doing deals shouldn't be about an algorithm. It should really be about building relationships and having those relationships that one could then take to fruition into a deal, into an agreement. I think the other thing that Sales 2.0 has really done, sort of encapsulating that, and a lot of what the internet has really done, is disintermediated salespeople from the process. E-commerce basically says, hey, you know what? Company, let's put up a banner ad, right? And the buyer will come, see the ad, and go buy your product. Sales guy, sales process, the whole notion of volume sales really says, well, you know what? Let's have a lower price salesperson sitting in the office and doing the deals that are really being generated, from the leads coming in from marketing. It's really funny. One of our board of advisors is a all-time sales guy, right? Head of sales, et cetera. And he said, 20 years ago we were cold calling, right? 20 years ago cold calling was looking up a phone book, guy's name, calling up those numbers. And he said, 20 years later we're still cold calling. Now we might be getting a lot more data. I'll use something like ZoomInfo or Spoke to get really phenomenal data. But at the end of the day here, I'm still picking up the phone and making a phone call. How has my life as an experienced salesperson really changed in terms of new business? And I think those are I think some of the issues that Sales 2.0 is really bringing about.